Hello everyone, my name's Hamish McDougall and I'm the Business Development Manager at Sage Publishing, and it's my pleasure to be here today to talk to you. I'd like to thank Peter Llewellyn at NetworkPharma for inviting me here to talk. To start off with, I'd just like to explain a little bit more about my role as Business Development Manager. Really, I'm here to act as the first point of contact for pharmaceutical publications and to interact with MedComms agencies. So if you need any more information about our journals, I'd be happy to provide them. If you'd like to do a pre-submission inquiry, I am your first point of contact. And anything else that you'd like to know about our journals, such as acceptance rates, times to publication, please feel free to get in contact. So, Sage, who are we? We were founded in 1965. We are the world's 5th largest scholarly publisher. We've got a picture of our owner here. We are the largest independent scholarly publisher. We have over 1,100 journals and over 400 in STM, with 193 of those being open access. We are the fastest growing STM publisher, and just to explain what I mean by that, there's some metrics over here just to sort of go through that point. So here's just an infographic to explain some of the disease areas that we work within, and I'm sure there's some overlap within your own areas. Just to put that into numbers, we're very strong in the cardiovascular space with over 36 journals. We're very strong in central nervous system with 35 journals in neurology and 17 in psychiatry. We're very strong in oncology with 23 journals there. I could go on, but we have over 280 journals in clinical medicine. Sage works with over 400 societies, with many of them that you'll recognise, such as ECTRIMS, UEG, and the European Society of Cardiology. We are a dedicated society publisher, and you'll probably recognise some of our biggest society titles, such as Cephalalgia, the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, the UEG Journal, and the International Journal of STD and AIDS. We are also a growing open access publisher, with over 196 titles in that area. So I thought it might be useful just to compare two of our journals from the gastroenterology space that are quite similar, just to sort of explain a few of our offerings, as obviously I can't go through all 280 of our journals. So starting with the UEG journal, so this is published in association with the United European Gastroenterology. It has an impact factor of 3.47. It is a subscription journal with the option for open access publishing for $3,000. It publishes basic translational and clinical research. To compare this to one of our other titles, also in the gastroenterology space, has an impact factor of 4.168. It is a gold open access journal, so that means all content is freely available online. It's indexed and freely available on PubMed Central. To give you an idea of the reach, it has over 1 million views on PubMed Central last year. We have in-house managing editors to ensure prompt publication at no extra cost. So we typically say 21 days to a first decision and 21 days from acceptance to online first. And this has a very strong clinical focus and target audience. If you would like to see some more of our journals, we do have the Pharma and MedComms journal information list, which provides information on all of our journals that are relevant to MedComms, with information on impact factors, indexing, times to publication, acceptance rates, and we update this every 6 months or so. We try and be as transparent as possible with our publication times so that people can pick the right journal for them. Just to mention some new areas of interest for us. So these are two journals that we acquired earlier this year. So this is Global Regional Health Technology Assessment. It is a localized European health technology assessment journal, so very focused on HEOR studies. And then we have Medicine Access at Point of Care, which is very focused on pricing and reimbursement agreements, which are both very strong areas for pharmaceutical companies. Also to mention Sage Path. This stands for Publishing Article Transfer Hub. This is essentially to speed up the resubmission process. So if a manuscript is rejected, it goes back into the pool, and one of our managing editors will make a recommendation based on things such as open access, subscription, specific indexing services, based on what the authors want. It's a free of charge service, and typically our editors make a decision within about 5 days, and we are able to transfer any materials such as peer review comments alongside that. We mentioned earlier pre-submission inquiries. Sage is happy to accommodate pre-submission inquiries. It can provide a very rapid reassurance of whether an article is suitable for a particular journal. There's no formal process for this, but please just send me a manuscript outline or an abstract, or even better, the entire manuscript, and I can pass it on to the appropriate editor and get back to you within about 2 working days. So moving on to content enhancement. So video abstracts, I'm sure I don't need to tell anyone in the room what they actually are, but we can create these in-house, and these can be submitted to any Sage journal. They appear as supplementary material alongside original research or publication, and like the actual manuscript, they would have to undergo peer review. We can also create narrated slide decks, which are a 2 to 3 minute animation explaining key methods and findings and the contribution to the research in the field. They're geared towards a scientific audience. We use custom animations and images from the actual manuscript to create, and then a professional script writing with a voiceover and music to create a video that explains the findings. After that, you get the slide deck as well as the video itself, and the copyright belongs to the authors. Finally, video bytes. This is a short video, approximately 1 minute in length, featuring still images, text and music. It's typically aimed at a lay audience, and the author provides all input on the text there. We can create these in-house as well. The final thing I'd like to mention as well is our Sage Microsites initiative. So this is where we integrate our brand, your brand and a society brand all on one singular landing page, and we populate that with content from peer-reviewed journals. We can do sponsored videos, we can also put banner ads for particular products in there, and this is just a way to add a little bit more credence to your brand. So just going through some of the FAQs and feedback I typically get from my MedComms outreach, and just as a checklist. Can Sage journals host video abstracts? Yes, they can. What forms of content enhancement can Sage create in-house? So I've showed you 4 different types of content enhancement. We didn't really discuss this, but often I hear that the impact factor is slowly dying off and people are more interested in audience reach and demographics. And I'm very happy to provide information from our Atipon Smart Groups and Google Analytics on the actual reach of our journals. Publishers generally fail to deliver on promised publication timelines, so we try and be as transparent as possible with our publication timelines, and we provide that information to people so that they can pick the best journal for them. Open access is crucial to pharmaceutical company manuscripts, and we try and provide hybrid and gold open access options as well. And do we accommodate pre-submission inquiries? Yes, we're absolutely willing to do so, and contact me if you have any questions about that. So that's the end of my presentation. Yeah, thank you very much.